What's up, beautiful people? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening from wherever you're tuning in from. Welcome to Daily Diaries Friday, the channel where every story sparks inspiration and every moment is a vibe. If you're here for the ride, please subscribe, smash the like button, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Share this with your favorite people, and let's create a community full of excitement and good energy. Got something to say? Drop it in the comments. Let's get into it, squaddies. The British tabloids, particularly the Daily Mail, have made it their mission to relentlessly scrutinise and tear apart every aspect of Meghan Markle's life for nearly a decade. What began with an obsession over her relationship with Prince Harry has spiralled into an obsessive and deeply invasive campaign targeting everything from her personal choices, family dynamics to her wardrobe and jewellery. The latest outrage surrounding her as-ever announcement is simply another chapter in their predictable pattern of scandal-mongering. These tabloids thrive on controversy and sensationalism, and Meghan is, unfortunately, their favourite target. The press's obsession with Meghan's fashion choices has reached absurd levels, and the sheer vitriol directed at her over the cost of her clothing and accessories is nothing short of excessive. It seems that no matter what Meghan does or how much she proves her autonomy and ability to make independent choices, the British tabloids are determined to paint her in a negative light. This relentless scrutiny becomes even more infuriating when one considers the clear double standard at play. The British press frequently fixates on the cost of Meghan's wardrobe, portraying her as frivolous and out of touch with the everyday person. But what they conveniently ignore is that Meghan often wears high-end pieces repeatedly, many of which she's had for years, and quite remarkably, buys her own clothes. Yet none of these facts seem to matter to the tabloids, who only seem interested in inflating the tally of her luxury purchases to create scandal. Take, for example, her recent appearances at the 2025 Invictus Games, which, despite being a relatively short stint, had the tabloids in a frenzy. Meghan wore some extravagant clothing and jewellery, with one outfit worth a staggering £270,000. This led the tabloids to once again rake her over the coals for her so-called extravagance, highlighting how much she spent on clothing, accessories, and of course her jewellery collection. While there's no denying that the outfits were costly, it's important to remember that many of these pieces have been in her wardrobe for years. She has not been spending vast sums of money on new clothes for each appearance, yet the tabloids continually present her as though she is on an endless shopping spree. The obsession with the cost of her clothing is not just invasive, it's downright distasteful, especially when compared to the treatment of other royals. At the 2025 Invictus Games, Meghan's wardrobe included several pieces from high-end designers such as Ralph Lauren and Valentino, two labels known for their luxury price tags. However, this obsession with the price of her outfits completely misses the point. Meghan is a public figure who often attends high-profile events. Of course, her clothing will be expensive, especially when she chooses to wear designer labels, but the constant reporting on the cost of her clothes without any consideration for the context is where the problem lies. Why is it that the press doesn't feel the need to focus on the exact price tags of clothing worn by others, especially Kate Middleton, the Princess of Wales? The selective reporting demonstrates a clear bias. Meghan Markle's fashion choices, no matter how modest or understated, will always be dissected and criticised, while other members of the royal family are often granted a pass. For instance, Meghan's recent outfit at the Invictus Games, a supposedly more toned-down ensemble compared to her past appearances, still attracted a barrage of media attention. Her clothing at the Games was calculated to cost about £30,000 less than her wardrobe in 2023, yet the tabloids didn't seem to care that her outfits this year were far more subdued, relying more on muted tones than the bold colours she was once criticised for wearing. The press narrative is always designed to portray her in the most negative light possible. Even when she attempts to align with the expectations placed on her, the media finds a way to twist it, portraying her choices as still too lavish or inappropriate. What's particularly troubling is how the tabloids, in their pursuit of scandal, fail to recognise or acknowledge the fact that Meghan has been buying her own clothes all along. She is not using taxpayer money to fund her wardrobe. She is not racking up an endless shopping bill at the expense of the public. She makes her own purchasing decisions, and yet this simple fact is consistently overlooked. Why is it that the press consistently inflates the cost of her wardrobe while failing to show the same level of scrutiny towards other royals who perhaps have much larger wardrobes and more expensive tastes? Why does the Mail seem to believe that Meghan's every fashion choice needs to be scrutinized and publicized down to the last penny? This is where the hypocrisy becomes glaringly obvious. The Daily Mail and other tabloids show an outright disdain for Meghan's choices and seem intent on framing her as someone who is disconnected from the public, or worse, as a greedy celebrity obsessed with wealth and luxury. Yet they consistently fail to recognize that Meghan is a grown woman capable of making her own decisions, fashion-related or otherwise. The tabloids' attempt to paint her as irresponsible with her spending reveals their ulterior motives: to keep her in the headlines, to stoke division and controversy, and to create a caricature of Meghan Markle as the out-of-touch celebrity who doesn't care about the real world. Take, for example, the constant obsession over her jewelry. During the Invictus Games, Meghan's jewelry collection alone was said to be worth £250,000. While it's true that her jewelry collection includes several luxury pieces, such as the famous Cartier watch and engagement ring that have been with her for years, the emphasis placed on the monetary value of these items is just another way for the tabloids to attack her. The fact that these items have personal significance and that Meghan owns them outright seems to matter little in the context of the narrative the tabloids want to construct. Instead, it's all about the numbers, the cost, and the idea that Meghan Markle is somehow morally bankrupt because she can afford to wear luxury pieces that hold sentimental value. What this fixation on Meghan's wardrobe ultimately exposes is the inherent bias and lack of journalistic integrity that plagues the British press, particularly the Daily Mail. The selective reporting, the exaggerated focus on the cost of her clothing and jewelry, and the failure to offer any meaningful context all serve to perpetuate an image of Meghan as a woman who is out of touch with the struggles of ordinary people. Yet, the truth is far more nuanced. Meghan Markle is a woman who makes her own choices and manages her own life. She is not defined by the media's attempt to turn her into a villain. The tabloids, on the other hand, continue to perpetuate their own agenda, treating Meghan like a commodity to be dissected, criticized, and belittled. And for as long as the media continues to target her, it will be clear that their obsession with her wardrobe is just the tip of the iceberg in their ongoing campaign to tear her down for the sake of sensationalism. And that's a wrap, squaddies. Thanks for watching and being part of this amazing journey. Your support means the world to me. If you had a good time, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're the first to catch our next adventure. Drop your thoughts, questions, or even just a quick hello in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Share this with your friends, your family, or anyone who could use a little inspiration. Until next time, stay awesome, stay motivated, and keep shining. Catch you later.